I am finally gonna get these seats recovered on these vintage bentwood chairs that I've had for probably a year now. I bought all 4 of these for $40 off of Facebook Marketplace. And I've just been using these cushions to kind of give me the color and the look that I was going for. But I've got the supplies, so we are going to recover them. As you can see, they're just like a little pleather cover right now, and it's got some damage. And I'm just not into the black. It doesn't go in this room. So this is the fabric that we're using. Just a really cute yellow gingham. And this is from Spoonflower. It's the same fabric that I recently recovered, or used, I should say, to cover my cabinet here. And so I think that'll look nice, tying it back into the chairs. So instead of painting the walls yellow for now, I am just adding in a lot more yellow in decor, so such as the cabinet I painted. And then what I'm gonna do to make these more durable and more kid-friendly is I'm gonna put this vinyl, clear vinyl over top. And that way they'll be wipeable, and I don't have to worry when my kids inevitably spill and get food all over them. We can just wipe them right down. So I'll have this stuff linked below for you in case it's something that you perhaps were looking for. But yeah, hopefully this is a pretty quick and easy project. I just need to unscrew and staple, and hopefully that's it. Should have plenty of fabric. Okay, now we just need to cut our fabric into a circular shape. So I've just stacked all the fabric up so I can just do it all at once. Okay, now I just need to do that 4 times with the vinyl material. Moment of truth. Here it is. It's on there. I found the holes. 1 chair down. It's gonna be so nice. So easy to clean. The only thing that I didn't pay attention to was what direction I guess the pattern's gonna go in. So they're all probably going to be different, and hopefully that's not a big deal. I don't think it will be. here's another ugly side to having an old house. It's just paper falling off the walls. We've got cracks up on the 3rd floor that I'll show you. So this paper has been falling off for quite a long time, and last fall Cameron went in and repasted it all back on and it looked so nice. And here we are again with it all falling down. So it's just time to unfortunately let it go. As much as I like it, we just can't keep it stuck to the walls. And I'm sure it just has a lot to do with the humidity. It's been so humid and hot this summer. And until we can upgrade our heating and cooling and just keep the temperatures in the house less humid and stuff for summer, we're just gonna have to go with painted ceiling for now. Because I don't like looking at this anymore. It is ugly. It makes me feel like I'm living in a rundown haunted house or something. So we're gonna pull it down, and then I'm going to repair a lot of the seams. Because I mean, just everywhere there's seams coming off, splitting, I should say, popping. And I want to keep this wallpaper. I mean, I don't want to just not have this stuff. I like it, but obviously we can't keep it looking like this. Oh no. Coming off that cleanly. So it sucks. Oh, looks like it's going to be more work.
Yeah, so I was saying the warm water roller and mess. Look, they even have, is that another thing of wallpaper under them? The 2 layers.
So yeah, I'm kind of showing you the uglier sides of what it takes to live in an old house and all the upkeep and all the restoration and stuff that we're trying to do. We're trying to not be too invasive with whatever we do and maintain all the character and stuff while still making it look nice and presentable. So all right, next we're in the kids' room and we need to fix the ceilings in here. This is all new. I don't know why this paper just does not stick, but we're not ripping this down, that's for sure. It's already gonna be a lot of work in the hall. So we're just gonna seam repair these and hope that it holds up for the rest of the summer. So our technique is once we pull the paper off, everything that we can just dry pull off, then we soak what's remaining with hot water, and then it just comes right off. So you're basically just going to remove the paper how it was installed, which is with usually water. But hot water, it dissolves the glue. Look, it's already fallen right off. So don't even worry about messing with a steamer or buying any solvents. All you need is some water and it comes right off. Just make sure you protect your floor or whatever it is, because it does get pretty messy and drips and stuff, but we have found this is definitely the quickest and the easiest way to remove wallpaper. All right, checking in with an update. This is where we're at on the ceiling. We're just chipping away at the many layers of wallpaper and paint. So we want to get down to this layer, and we've got a couple layers of wallpaper with paint over top, and that was underneath the white paper that we took down. We've also decided that we are just going to do this all right and also take down this paper that I thought I was going to just repair the seams of, which wasn't really working because it was overlapped pretty bad. So we're just taking down all the paper that's peeling and ripping. It was all ripped up over here, all around. There was big chunks missing from it. So we're just chipping away, just taking it all off so we can start fresh. And then we'll figure out what we want to do for the design of the second floor landing. But this is always the most tedious part. I am actually using a window, or I should call it like a glazing tool. And I'm getting up under the layers and carving it off bit by bit. And then all of this stuff, we'll have to take the water to it and scrape it off once it's soaked. But yeah, just you gotta put some muscle into it. So yeah, you can see it's a very thick layer. So yeah, I don't think this paper is probably more than 20 years old, 20, 30 years old at the most. It's just not looking the best anymore. Not with all those seams popping everywhere. You know, paper just gets old, and over time the glue doesn't stick as well anymore. It was time. It's time to just freshen it all up. All right, so I'm finding some remnants of old paper. Let's see if I can get this focused for you. Trying to make out what it could possibly be. It's got some cool colors. I'm seeing some reds and some greens. And it's got like all these little speckles. Can you see that? It's very interesting. I wonder if I can uncover any more. This is the first patch that I have found so far of the oldest paper that's under all the layers. But just tiny little hints of what it could have possibly looked like. I'm sure it was gorgeous back in the day. Of course, it's been papered over many times and lost forever, sadly, but at least I'm getting a little peek at it again. This is as far as I've gotten on the stairs. My technique has been to really use a lot of elbow grease and get up under these several layers of wallpaper and paint and just try and get it all in one go. And then we'll go back with the wet technique and take off that fine layer that's on there. And that really you can only get off by getting wet. So it's a lot of elbow grease the way that I'm doing it, but it is a lot easier than trying to peel each individual layer off. But I'm feeling it. I'm sore. My shoulder is sore and everything. So it's rough. You gotta be in somewhat good shape. And then this is how far Cameron's gotten on the ceiling. And once he's done stripping all that, then he'll help me with the walls. But as you can see, I'm gonna have a lot of patching to do and smoothing before we can do paint and primer. And of course, we have a nice big crack right over this stairwell. And that's probably why, because nobody wanted to get up there and fix it. So I have you in wide angles so you can really see this hallway better. It's a pretty big size hallway. Obviously, it doesn't serve a lot of use. We do have a nice built-in right here that we keep linens in, but this is probably the biggest wall space other than the hallway in the back here that we have in the house. So I was thinking that I wanted to try to paint a mural on the walls up here. And that way, when everything's white, it'll have some character and some interest. Since we're removing the wallpapers, I still want there to be something up here that makes it special and interesting. So I'm gonna insert some pictures of the inspiration that I have. I do have an artistic side. I've done a lot of art my entire life, and I do have some talent. I inherited that from my grandma and my dad, and even my mom. I think she's a pretty good artist too. She won't agree, but as far as actual painting and art, it's not something that I do all of the time. I don't do it very often at all anymore, but I've done some nice things in the past. So hopefully I can use some of that God-given talent and paint something really pretty and soft on these walls here. They're gonna be all white, white ceiling, white walls, and then I wanna do like almost a sepia, monochromatic color story all on these walls to add just a little bit of color and interest, and to finally do something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I thought about doing it on the stairwell, but we did the gallery wall there instead, and it's just so dark up there and kind of hard to work that I think these walls here will be the perfect place to do it. So let me know your thoughts about that if you want to chime in and give me your idea, or say, yes, do it. Now I have no idea how long something like this is going to take me. With a baby and 2 other kids, it's difficult to make anything happen in a timely manner. So I don't know if this is something you're gonna see right away, but I will share the process with you. And then of course, the big before and after of this space when it's finally all done. I'm really excited. I was starting to get kind of depressed when I would walk up here every day with the ceiling paper falling down and the wallpaper just popping at every seam and ripped up in certain areas. Yeah, I was just kind of feeling like, ugh, yuck, this doesn't feel like my house, because I like my house to look nice and cared for. So, well, my name is Elizabeth, and my channel here is mostly about home and decorating and renovating, and we are in a historic home, and if that's something that you're interested in, I do a lot of seasonal decor, thrifting, antiquing. Stick around, there's more, and keep watching. Go visit my channel. Here's some videos that you might like.